What's up, internet fam? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new there, hi, hello, my name is Ren, and I make LGBTQ lifestyle videos for you guys. So if that content interests you, hit that subscribe button. Let's just get on right into our new chaotic L-word recap, or L-word chaotic recap, however you want to say it, doesn't matter. But yeah, so this is episode 206. This was a lot of stuff going on, and my brain was like, well, my ADHD brain was trying to like figure out everything that was going on and trying to remember everything that was going on because there was just so much that was going on that my brain was just like. So basically this episode is like, takes place in almost like one night. So it's like a one night episode of like everybody in the show besides Angie pretty much being at Dana's for karaoke night. So it was just like a lot of things going on all in this short amount of time frame in Dana's on karaoke night. So I guess we're gonna just start off. Everybody's at Dana's. So Shane and Tess, you know, their place Dana's, they're having a karaoke night, so they're there. Alice is going, she invites Sophie, so they go. Sophie invites Maribel, so they're going. Bet, of course, goes with Alice and Shane, so she's there. Dani and Micah decide to go, and Dani invites Gigi because Micah wanted to meet Gigi, so basically everybody's there. And then Alice is like, well, let me just invite Tom too. So Alice invites Tom. So everybody's there, okay? Just everybody. So first off, we're gonna start off with Shane. She's telling, you know, Alice and Bet about the whole Sherry Jaffe thing and what happened. And nobody believes that Shane didn't do anything with Sherry. I wholeheartedly hope that she did nothing with Sherry. She says she didn't. I believe her. I don't want her to do anything with Sherry. Like, no, I'm over that. I want her to be loyal to Tess. So yeah. But anyhow, Tess and Shane, I guess they know about, you know, the Sherry thing, and Tess is upset because Sherry Jaffe broke up with her. So she has a conversation with Shane, and she's like, did you sleep with her? I mean, everybody thinks poor Shane slept with Sherry Jaffe again. And she's like, no. And Tess is pretty much like, I don't believe you. I'm quitting. I'm out of here. You're never going to change. So like, wow, she just up and leaves, right? So Shane is like, okay, crap. Like, what the heck? So she goes and follows Tess to her house, right? And she goes and tells her, Sherry came to my place. Pretty much she did break up with you because of me, because I told her that pretty much to back off, basically, in a way. That's pretty much what she said. And, you know, Tessa's like, I can take care of myself, you know, I'm a big girl. And Shane's like, you know what, I care about you. And I'm like, yeah, kiss, kiss, kiss. It just seemed like they were inching closer and like it could have happened, but it didn't happen. And I'm just like, what? Why? And Shane's like, maybe I'll tell you a little bit more later. I'm like, Shane, don't be a freaking, no, just say it. Come on, we're waiting. But she doesn't, so they don't have a smooch, which I was very upset about. And in the end, they just sit on the stairwell and talk together about boringness. And I'm just like, dang it, I wanted them. do it. But they didn't, so that was a little bit but I'm glad they're going on the right track at least. So Bet, I guess, is having a chat with her girls, Alice and Shane, and they're like, what's going on with Gigi? We all knew from the start, Bet was like not even interested in Gigi at all. Like she just, the way she was acting, she just did not care, right? You know, Gigi's like, let me go talk to her. So Gigi comes and talks to Bet, and she's like, hey, can we have closure? Bet pretty much like shuts everything down. And Gigi's like, okay, well, like she's just wondering. She's like, I'm great, like I'm beautiful, I'm smart, I don't understand. Like, what, are you ever gonna find anybody who's gonna tick off all your boxes? Because apparently Bet has like a mile-long list of like things she's looking for. And Bet's like, actually, I do. And we all know she's talking about Pippa. So where does she go? To Pippa's student's show or whatever. And she's there, and Pippa's like, how disrespectful of you to like come and do this at one of my kids' shows. And Bet's like, yo, I'm just here to check the art and check the, you know, new up and coming artist. So Pippa's like, okay. Pippa's letting down her walls a lot for Bet. And she tells her that she's pretty much hard to say no to. And she pretty much gives Bet a little bit of help, being like, if you give me something real and something concrete, then yeah, I could probably work with you. And I think, you know, Bet's like, okay, I got her. I have Pippa lock and key right now. She knows it. She's just got to find something concrete. So, I mean, the Bet and Pippa thing is going to happen. It's happening, guys. It's on its way. So, Gigi came with Dani, right? And you know what? After her talk with Bet, Gigi's like totally over it, right? So Dani's physically upset about something she saw earlier with Sophie and Finley. So she's like, can we leave? And Gigi's like supportive as hell. And she's like, yeah, let's go. So they, go have ice cream and they're talking. And all of a sudden, Gigi's like, by the way, like things have changed. Like my feelings have changed. And Dani's kind of like stunned, like, oh crap, like her feelings have changed. She just straight up tells her. And I'm just like, yep, okay. We all knew, like, all the couples that we think that are, like, going to be forming have, like, formed. Like, we've predicted every single one of them. I don't think there's one that we haven't predicted. I mean, it's just very predictable, So, Tess and Shane are on their way. Bet and Pippa on their way. We have Gigi and Dani on their way. It's very obvious, right? Next, we have Alice. She can't stop thinking and talking about Tom, which we all knew was going to happen anyways, right? So she invites Tom to the karaoke place at the gay bar or whatever. And eventually he shows up. Apparently he had a wedding too, and he got Alice's text and he was like thrilled, right? So Alice is like, he's talking about being the wingman, talking about this and that. And obviously because I guess he considers her as a lesbian. He doesn't think there's any way that they would be able to get together, right? Well, she makes it known. She wants to dance with him. And he's like, oh, you want to make a little honey jealous? Okay, I got you. And she's like, no, I want to dance with just you. And then I think the alarm bells are ringing. They dance, whatever. Alice is like, do you want to go home? And he's like, yeah. And they do it. And I'm just like, we could see it coming a mile away. I mean, it was just so obvious that she was going to hook up with Tom. How serious is he going to get with Tom? I'm not sure. He seems like a really nice guy. I don't know. I mean, I'm not enthralled with the relationship, not because he's a dude or whatever. I don't know. I'm just not as, there's some couples that I'm just not as interested in. And right now, the only, couples that I'm really interested right now are Tess and Shane. They're, number one, the most I'm enthralled with. And then probably coming in second are Dani and Gigi. And Bet and Pippa, I'm not interested in either really that much. I'm still a hardcore Tina fan, so it's hard for me to bet with anybody else but Tina. Don't shoot me, guys. Don't shoot me. I'm sorry. Next we have Sophie wants to talk to Finley, so she goes and she helps with the chords. It's super freaking awkward, as it would be. Everybody's there. It's just an awkward sitch, And they have a little chat in the back room, and Sophie's basically like, yo, I'm not ready, and Finley's like, I can't keep waiting. This is affecting me. This is hurting me. I'm not going to wait forever for you. I feel like you've had time. So she leaves, and Sophie's like, oh, crap. So she's like, what does she have to do? So she goes, and she does a karaoke song for her. And they have, this moment where they're singing to each other, and she's telling Finley she wants her in the song. And Dani's there, mind you. She's there, so she sees it, and that's what causes her upset to leave with Gigi. But basically, Finley outright loved the performance, loved that she was choosing her, basically saying her name in the song, saying I want you to pretty much the whole freaking bar. So that definitely scored her a lot of points, I feel like. And so they go home together and they start banging too. So I mean, Tom and Alice and Sophie and Finley were banging. I wish Tess and Shane were too, but they're not. Hopefully soon, though. Hopefully soon. Lastly, we have the Micah and the Maribel situation. Micah's pretty much, telling Dani that Maribel's ignored him for a week, and she hasn't said anything to him. So he's kind of upset, and I was like, well, I don't think anything's, happening. So he tries to go and talk to Maribel, and it just is awkward, as in every conversation pretty much at the bar that night was awkward. Pretty much. And so Dani's like, okay, well, if she's not interested, then dude, there's this hot guy, he's looking at you on the dance floor, go chat him up, don't just sit there and wait for her when she's clearly not interested. So he goes and he's talking with the guy, chatting it up, whatever. Maribel sees this and she's like, excuse me. And ballsy, she just goes right up to them, and I'm like, Maribel, girl, I could never. And she's like, was I an experiment too? Just blurts it out in front of the guy too. And Micah's like, what? what's going on? And the guy's basically like, okay, I'm out. You know, he leaves, and they talk about, you know, their situation, and she's like, I'm just scared, you know, and I don't want to be an experiment. And he's like, you're not an experiment. So probably they're gonna end up working it out as well in the next couple episodes. So we'll see. I think everybody is on track for relationships at this particular moment. So we'll see. What are you guys thinking about the coupleages so far? I don't even know if coupleages is even a word, but what are you guys thinking? Are you Alice and Tom? What are you thinking? Sophie, Finley, are you enjoying it? Dani, Gigi, like who are you excited for? I'm still number one, Tess and Shane. They're my babes right now. I'm really excited for them. I mean, coming in second, like I said, is probably Dani and Gigi. I really like them together, and I thought they had some good chemistry because I just wasn't feeling it with Sophie and Dani. So I'm much happier that Sophie and Finley are more together because they're like my least favorite of like everybody. But yeah, they're whatever. But we'll see what happens with Alice and Tom. I wonder if they're gonna go down the whole storyline of her being with a guy. I don't know what they're gonna do. We're gonna see. But we've got 2 more episodes left. I'm excited to see how the finale is gonna go. It's so close. So leave me down your suggestions of what you want to see happen and what you think is gonna happen and what do you want to see for the finale. Okay, guys, let me know. And I hope you enjoyed this chaotic recap. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys next week with another recap. Much love. Mwah.